Here we go. Yeah, we're trying to... Yo, hold on. Before we get started with the newest episode of 3-Day Weekend, have you ever wanted to create your own podcast show but didn't know how or where to start? Do you have a talent, a gift, or even a passion for podcasting but need help producing it? Let 3-Day Weekend help. Here we can help bring your vision to life. Email us at the 3-Day Weekend Podcast at gmail.com for more information. Now let's start the show. Here we go. Yeah, we're trying to lighten your load. I know this week was tough. The devil put on the show, but oh, what he didn't know? Yeah, God is on your side, and for this moment you were chose. Take that. We tough, yeah, but we tough. Made for this, who, we, us. So walk around with your mean mug, or sit back and kick your feet up. Heart is heavy, but the love is steady. Turn the volume up and get ready, cause the show is about to begin. Welcome everybody to 3-Day Weekend. Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of 3-Day Weekend Podcast. It's your host Mike Love alongside my co-host, the beautiful Shanika Alex. We got an exciting show for you. Shanika, give them the rundown.
So today we're talking about the Derek Chauvin trial and the murder of George Floyd. We'll also be talking about investing anxiety, and it's tax season, y'all. So how y'all do y'all taxes?
Yeah, you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. We usually don't start the podcast like this, but I think it's appropriate given the news that just dropped. Shanika got some news on the George Floyd case.
Well, apparently Derek Chauvin was convicted of second and third-degree murder, as well as second-degree manslaughter. He faces up to 75 years in prison and goes back for sentencing in 8 weeks.
You been on social media, been seeing the vibes?
Yeah, everybody been posting about it, about, justice was served and just showing their support, the fact that they had a guilty verdict.
What did you think was going to happen before you got this news?
Well, honestly, I didn't go in with too many expectations because we live in a world where the system has failed before. I was hoping that he was found guilty, but honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have got off.
Right.
Even with the video footage and anyone
all the evidence that they had.
Yeah. Can clearly see what happened, just the world that we live in right now.
Right. I'm in a basketball group chat, all these old school cats that I used to play basketball with. I'm retired now.
Okay.
But they were talking about how some people are excited about it. I don't know if excited is the right word, but and then there's others that, well, they feel like, don't get too hype off of this.
Yeah.
This is a small victory.
Yes, but there is a much bigger...
The battle, we're still in the war.
Most
we won this
definitely.
battle, but the war is so much bigger than just this.
Most definitely. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, I'm glad that he got the guilty verdict. That's what should have happened. I mean, he obviously killed him, but there's so many others. I mean, it's sad.
Right.
It's so many other people.
It was just a story that happened the other day with another
about
police
the young boy, the 20-year-old. Like, it's everywhere, and it seems to be every day. So it's, on one end it's okay, we got him. Again, though, he was found guilty, but he hasn't been sentenced yet.
Well, I think they was talking about how he was being held on no bail and stuff like that. So
I mean, he still has to get sentenced. I won't be completely fully excited until they announce what his sentence is. So
it's a step in the right
direction. I don't want to downplay it or anything like that because it's a big deal, but it's like a tiny dot in the whole big circle.
Absolutely, I agree.
Everything of thing that needs to happen.
But you know what actually came to my mind while you were reading that? All the marches, all the protests, pretty much just concerning the George Floyd thing, it paid off.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't in vain,
Yeah, I think that.
So all the people that marched, all the people that posted something, all the people that was in support of justice being served. You should feel
proud
that you took a stand and something happened right that was supposed to happen. I'm with that. And at the same time, it shouldn't have to take all that. You shouldn't have to protest and blast all these posts, and you shouldn't have to do all that to feel like you as a black person will get a fair something in the world. Like when stuff happen to other people don't have to protest. You don't have to blast social media. You don't have to do all that. Right now we live in a world where our justice system needs huge improvements. It is not built for everyone equally. I mean, we're taking steps in the right direction. Well, today, I'll say that. Today was a step in the right direction. With their jobs, and I'm speaking about police in particular, they're in a job where they serve people. Like, they're not in a position where, oops, you make a mistake, everything gonna be okay. No, a mistake will cost someone their life. And of course, everyone is human. People make mistakes. That's not what I'm saying. But you gotta think, people are dying. You don't get someone's life back. It's different. You made a mistake. You didn't tase somebody. Oh, I shouldn't have tased them. But when people are dying, them mistakes, like, it's not acceptable. Well, the good news is that, like you said at the beginning, he's been found guilty.
He's
facing years.
Guilty. Well, let's see. I'm waiting it out until the sentencing. Because he faces up to 75 years, the judge can show leniency. Like,
But you know what? I believe he's gonna have a tough time in prison.
Most definitely, if he make it alive, they're gonna be after him. I mean,
he gonna need solitary confinement.
Whatever.
What was that movie? We watched a movie one time, and the guy kept doing stuff on purpose
to go back in solitary.
So he
they're gonna have. I mean, I'm sure he'll do something, but at the same time, whatever. It's hatred in that man's heart, and if you watch the video, you can see it. So whatever he got coming, hey, whatever.
Like Shanika said, this is only the beginning. This is not the end all be all. We still have a fight, everyday struggle, everyday fight. We got to continue to show our support to the injustices and everything that's going on in the world, because your voice matters. Your voice is bigger than what you think. Your post is what is bigger than what you think.
Most definitely.
It showed that all that protesting and all of that stuff was not in vain this time.
Yep. It's a step in the right direction, so I'll take it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you headed to the moon? You got your space boots? You got your helmet? You got your rocket? Because we headed to the moon. Do you even know what that means?
No.
I really just found out what that phrase came from the other day, because the other day I was on social media and I saw people talking about going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. I'm like, what? What is going on? And the guy that owns Tesla, that's like his signature phrase when he's talking about the digital currency. Dogecoin. Dogecoin? Something like that. Dogecoin, whatever it is. I have to say something about that. Well, really about investing, period. Stocks and stuff like that. I have investing anxiety. Basically what that means is that I get anxious. I get anxiety when I am investing into or buying stocks. And it drives me crazy. It got to the point where I can't even check the stocks, because what's happening is I'm in a group chat with my friends. They put me on stocks for the past, it's been months now. They've been being the stock advisors in the group chat. I know, right? None of them have any type of background.
Advisors.
They're not. But You gotta understand, if you know these people, you know that they think they know. Whatever they have their hand in, they feel like they can be an expert or they are an expert in it. So they give a lot of advice. And so in stocks, it's a lot like gambling to me because number one, I don't know what be going on. And so what I've been doing is taking their advice on a lot of stuff. What I realize is by the time they tell me to buy into a stock, it's too late. Like it had already went up. Like they didn't bought into it when it was low. And they like, man, this stock going up, man. You need to buy into it. So I'll buy into it. But then the crap start going back down. And by the time when it goes up, they sell out. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, how do you know when you're supposed to sell out? Like it just gave me anxiety. And so the other day, before the other day, I got to the point where I was fed up because they would come in the group chat talking about stocks every day. And I was losing money. I was investing in the stuff they told me to. And I was losing money. Not big amounts of money. It was like $5, $10, $15, something like that. But I started losing money and I was getting mad because I would have questions and they wouldn't have the answers to them.
Well, yeah, they're not.
But they was acting like they was.
Yeah, but you gotta know what people are and what they capable of.
Well, anyway, so I got mad. I like, look, bruh, y'all need to create a separate group chat without me in it. And if y'all want to talk stocks, then go do that in that group chat. But don't do that in this one, dog. Y'all making me mad, bruh. Needless to say, they still, like the other day when the going to the moon, the Dogecoin took off, they back in the group chat sending group screenshots, sending screenshots of how it's going up. And I'm like, man, I don't even want to check this stuff, bruh, because again, it's going to give me an anxiety. And so I started looking into it and then it was going up. So I was like, dang. I was like, dang, this mug going up like a mug. Should I keep letting it go up or should I sell out? And I couldn't make up my mind. And so then when I didn't make up my mind, the stuff started going back down. And I'm like, dang, dog, I should have sold out because I would have had such and such amount of money. Mm-hmm. I can't do this. This gives me anxiety. It had me looking at my phone all day. It's all I'm thinking about. It was just driving me crazy, dog. And so I just got to the point where I'm not looking at my phone no more. If I miss a wave where that mug shoot up or if it go down, I'm probably going to miss it because it gives me anxiety.
Well, you probably need to invest in something else then. Stocks may not be or need a professional to watch
I need a
it.
financial advisor. I need a financial advisor and I need an expert or like an advisor in investing and stocks and stuff like that. Because you know what I want to be able to send my money to somebody that know what they doing. They're able to.
They got people that do that.
Well, that's what we need to do because.
Well, yeah, do that too. Because I'm all one for I send you my money, I tell you what I need, and I want you to do it. I'm not going to, do nothing.
Right. I bought some stock in Stitch Fix, and it was about $50, and it got up to $100. And I'm like, okay, this mug gonna keep going up. Wrong. That must start going down, and then I hear them. Now it's gonna go back up. They always say that. The guys in the group chat, nah, it's gonna go back up. That's what stocks do. They go up and down. But I'm like, why is it going up and down? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing that? Don't nobody know. They're like, this is what stocks do. I'm like, okay, bro. It started going down. I bought in at 50. It got below 50. I'm like, now I'm losing money. So then I kind of waited for it to hit back to 50. Mm-hmm. So I just sold it. I'm like, bro, this is just not for me. But if you know it, if you want to send me a financial advisor or somebody that can teach stocks, some free classes, not no classes I gotta pay for, some free classes or something like that, hit me up, man. Send me their way, cause I can't continue on this path that I'm going on.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna do it.
Tax season. Do you do your own taxes or do you pay someone?
Neither. My daddy does my taxes.
You too old for that, dog.
Who? Please. Your mama was doing yours. So let's not even.
Don't try to do me.
Whatever. You the one. Somebody, I'm too old. He gonna continue to do them.
So Shanika and I are trying to be grown-ups for the first.
You trying to be grown up. I'm perfectly
okay?
fine with my daddy doing my taxes. And the way this is going, that's who gonna be doing them.
Dude, so
This is too much for me. I don't like, if you know anything about me, I don't like doing stuff. And if somebody want to do it, be my guest. I don't have to do it as long as it's right.
Shanika and I made the decision to.
Michael made the decision.
Shanika and I made the decision to do our taxes this year. And we were trying to decide if we were going to file jointly as a married couple.
Or married filing separate.
And so we started, what were we using? TurboTax? On the computer or whatever. And it's an easy process. I mean, it was straightforward. I mean, you just got to have your ducks in a row. You just got to have the stuff that they're looking for. Because if you don't have that, then you got to go look for it. And it's going to make the process even longer. But they ask you a bunch of questions and stuff like that, and you just provide them with the questions. Now, the first part of this, they asked me to enter my information. And so I enter in my information, my W-2s and all that stuff like that. And so while you're entering this information, you can see if you're going to how much money you gonna get back and stuff like that. So I put my stuff in first, and the stuff green. It's about $1,000 or something like that on the thing. And I'm like, okay, bet. All right, bet. And so we get to Shanika part, and then she start putting her stuff in. Man, we start owing money.
First off, it was not me. Keep going with the story.
What you mean?
Keep
that
going
is
with
the story. The end.
No, that is definitely not the end. So I called my daddy, who looked in his book and said that I shouldn't be owing anything. So that's
you married now. Stop calling your daddy.
Please. He said my stuff shouldn't even been like that. So when we did it separate, mine was in the green and yours was in the red.
I still don't know how that happened.
Because I think that you don't have the right amount of dependence on you. I think you don't have them taking out enough money on your checks.
I was supposed to check that the other day. I'm gonna check it.
You need to look at your W-4.
I'm gonna do it. I tried to look at it online, but it wouldn't let me
show the right stuff. You probably gotta call HR or something. But
I never had to. Well, see, here's another thing she ain't telling you since you want to put stuff on blast. I've never had to pay money on taxes.
Well, if you had,
I always got a refund.
Well, if you have the
now,
right
can you say the same thing? Yes or no?
I don't think. I think 1 year I had to pay a little bit. Either that or I broke even or something. I mean, I don't get much back on taxes anyway. As long as I don't have to pay, I'm not really concerned.
Dude, I'm always getting broke off.
Well, if you have the right amount of money coming out of your taxes, that may be the thing. Because remember, they were talking about when you got the house, you changed some stuff on your taxes. So that may be affecting you.
Well, where we going?
Us and my money that I need. Got things to do.
Here you go.
Well,
you ain't gonna do nothing but buy some. Actually, I don't know what you'll buy.
See?
Anyway, let us know if you do your taxes. If you got a tax person, we probably ain't gonna use them because I want to do them myself.
Well, I have my daddy do mine.
I just don't understand how you pay somebody to do your taxes
because it is tedious. I definitely would pay somebody to do my
but
taxes.
if you do a little bit at a time, like that was our issue. We waited until the last day.
Well, it really wasn't the last day because it's still.
Well, right, it was extended or whatever. But we waited until the last day, and so we trying to do all of this in one night, and it is tedious if you do it that way. But if you take your time, if you spread it out. If you have all your ducks in a row, if you have all your information, then you good. But I know a lot of people don't do that. Yeah. But we gonna start doing that.
Yeah, okay.
See what I gotta deal with, y'all.
I'm saying the person who will wait to the last minute to do stuff.
Well, we working together now. Let's hold each other accountable. Okay. This is our future.
And my money's.
There you go. What Martin say? Ours. No, you sound like that thing off of Nemo. Mine. This episode 2 of season 2 from the 3-Day Weekend podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We back on this train. Hopefully you're sticking with us. You know, I know we not coming as regular as we had been, but we're gonna get more consistent. You know, Shanika pregnant now, and so she be, I don't want to do the podcast.
Please.
No, but thank you for sticking with us. We got so much more on the horizon. Stay with us. Stay tuned. We appreciate you. Share the podcast. Then we got some great things coming in the future. So stay with us. We appreciate your support. Tell somebody about the podcast. Share it. Subscribe, like, do all that good stuff.
See y'all later.